Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the All Physiques podcast. On today's episode, we're going to discuss owning our bodies. We're going to talk about confidence and the struggles that we come across when it comes to loving and appreciating ourselves just the way we are. So let's get to chatting. All right, everybody. So today we're going to talk about owning our bodies, self-confidence, and the way we talk to ourselves, and the way we can start to work on getting this negative self-talk about our bodies out of our heads. So I have definitely grown up in a way that I judge and criticize and pick myself apart for many years. But recently, in the last few, I've really worked on talking to myself in a different way and understanding that every single freaking body is different. And that's what is so beautiful. It's not cool to look exactly the same as everybody else. That's no fun. Like, who wants to wear the same jacket or outfit every day for the rest of their lives and only see that? It's beautiful to see different bodies and different heights, different shapes. It's all good. So I've been training my brain for years to work on perceiving myself in this better light. And I still struggle with it. I'm not perfect. I do have a lot of negative self-talk still, and I'll discuss and touch on the things that I pick later. But I wanted to start by talking about our youth and how we grow up and what makes us believe we aren't worth anything or our bodies aren't right because of the shape we're in. So it doesn't matter if you are skinny, zero fat, you just are teeny tiny, or you have a little bit, you're kind of in between, or maybe you're a little bit, plumper. It's all the same. Every single one of those body types comes with negative self-talk. You are not outside of the lines just because you are skinny and have no cellulite, no varicose veins, no acne, it doesn't take you outside of that box. So one thing that is hard for thicker women or even myself at first to understand is just because someone is a lot skinnier than you or, a lot more thin doesn't mean they don't talk negatively about themselves to themselves and have their own set of issues. So that's one of the main things that has helped me to start to appreciate my body a little bit more. Knowing that you're not singled out just because, you have thicker thighs. Myself, that was my number one thing growing up. Like, I was like, man, I cannot wear shorts. I don't want to show my legs. They're just too big. I have cellulite. And I feel like, I couldn't wear certain things. And I was so angry when I would see other girls in tiny shorts and just looking good in the legs and everything. Growing up, that was my hardest thing to deal with. But little did I know, there's people that are in those shorts that are having different insecurities about themselves, whether it be the way their pants don't fit their legs and they're too loose and they feel like they look too skinny, or their chest isn't quite full enough to fit into the bra that they're in. It doesn't matter what it is, it still counts and everybody deals with it. So the first step into accepting who you are and owning your body, I would say, is understanding that every single person deals with it. You're not set apart from anyone because of the type of body you have. Like, I remember growing up and I went to a public school here in Avalon, so you could wear whatever you wanted, but there was some guidelines to follow. No spaghetti straps and no showing of the belly, and your shorts had to be a certain length, like to your fingertips. So on the brave days that I would wear shorts, when I started getting a little bit more confident in myself, I was always sent home. I was sent home to change regularly. Meanwhile, women that were thinner than me, no shame on their bodies at all, they would be wearing shorter shorts than I did and be perfectly fine. And that would always upset me so much. It just made me think to myself, man, what is wrong with my legs? What is wrong with my butt that I can't wear this outfit, but somebody else can? And I was just taught that it wasn't okay for me to dress that way. That's the way the public school made me feel about myself. And, you know, rules are rules. I totally get that. And there should be a certain standard that we all live by. When it comes to teenagers and stuff, things get wild when it comes to hormones. But it was just wrong. If they were going to send me home with the same shorts as somebody else, then they got to send both of us home. That was my view on it because it really just disturbed me. To this day, I still struggle with wearing shorts because I'm kind of scarred. But enough of that. So I wanted to just get that out in the air and let you know that there's certain things that happen to us in our youth that really change us as adults and put us on a path, whether it be self-confident or not. And I was put on a path to not be so self-confident at first. But now, as an adult, I've been working on it for years now, and it's always still a work in progress. But working on self love and self confidence is important. It really, truly is. Knowing your body and accepting it the way it is, no matter what stage it's at. If you're working towards a goal, maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you want to gain weight. If you don't love your body the way it is right now in this very second, you will never be happy with the way it is once you achieve that goal. If you are 20 pounds overweight and you're constantly looking in the mirror, angry at yourself, yelling at yourself, telling yourself you're ugly, telling yourself you're fat, when you get to that goal weight of losing those 20 pounds, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror the same, and you're not even going to notice the progress you've made. I promise you, you will become blind to your goals and you'll become blind to your body. You'll just constantly have that reel in your head and it's embedded in there. So you got to change the verbiage of what goes on inside your mind in order to catch up with all the good things that are happening. I've seen it time and time again with clients and with friends, with family, them wanting to look a certain way and watching them just soar and absolutely crush their goals and reach them, and then getting there and them still feeling like shit and them still looking at themselves like they're, you know, right at the beginning of where they started. It's because they don't take the time to practice self love and look yourself in the mirror and literally, as cheesy as this sounds, give yourself a hug and say, I love you and I love my body, and accepting it the way it is. Just look at yourself and be loving. Change the way you talk to yourself, and that will really change the way you see yourself and your overall happiness. So, just to recap a little bit, to start out, you really do want to understand that everybody's body is different and everybody deals with different negative self talk. Secondly, you want to recognize that self confidence and self love is going to be your starting point when it comes to reaching any goals in order for you to feel your very best in the end. Next, and lastly, I just want to be a little bit not harsh, but straight to the point and tell you that nothing is going to change for you until you make yourself disciplined and put yourself first and work on whatever it is that you want to change every day. So if you're someone that's already pretty self-confident, you love your body, and you're totally ready to go and you have a goal to meet, go for it. But if you're somebody that, you're just starting out and you feel like, you don't really appreciate your body, you don't feel self-confident, don't jump into losing a ton of weight. Jump into loving yourself first. Jump into feeling all the feels when it comes to enjoying every part of your body. Because without that step, you won't reap the rewards when you get there. I wish I would have known this when I first started out because I kind of started backwards. You can start backwards. People do it all the time. But once you get there, it's just not the same. So taking that step back and kind of reversing it and working on yourself and on your mental first before you jump into any of those goals is going to be crucial. And it is a goal. It should be a goal in itself to work on yourself and to have a better relationship with your body and your mind. We're all human, you guys. We're all meant to be here. We're all placed on this planet for a reason, one or another. We're all valid. We're all worth it. We're all beautiful. We all have our differences, and that's the greatest part about it. So that's basically all I wanted to discuss today. Just a couple things to help you, improve your self-image and just love yourself. So take the time you need to work on your self-love. Understand that everybody's different and everybody deals with the negative self-talk, and take the time you need for you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, you guys. And remember, your body is worthy and so are you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much for listening to the All Physiques podcast. If you are loving what you're hearing, please be sure to share and give me a follow. Also, you can visit my website at www.nataliecompazzi.com to subscribe for email updates and more. And if you aren't already following me, go ahead and head over to Instagram and follow me at Natalie Compazzi for loads of motivation and fun. See you next time, you guys.